Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here on my channel, my name is Alison and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to do a review on the highlighter, something that I don't have in my makeup collection, something that is a new concept that I never tried. And the highlighter that we are talking about today is this FARSÁLI Jelly Beam Illuminator, and this is what it looks like with the packaging when it comes into my doorstep. So this highlighter only comes in one shade, and this is in the shade Glazed, and this is described as a frosted champagne color. If you purchase this on the Sephora website, it retails for $40. It comes with 0.5 ounce of highlighter, so that's a very small amount of stuff it comes in. So when I look it up on the Sephora website, there's only 36 reviews on this product, and I don't feel like there's a lot of people try this out or it's not in the hype yet. Let's open this and see what the packaging looks like. And when you open this, you can see there's a flat jar. On top it says FARSÁLI with the gold finish. Side it says Jelly Beam Illuminator. Let's open up the cap and see what the product inside looks like. So what's interesting about this highlighter, it's not liquid or it's not in a solid form. It just looks like a legit glitter slime, if that makes sense. I want to show you guys the product. It just looks like a slime. It's very interesting kind of texture. And also on the cap, I can see a lot of product just sticking on the cap. So there's some product waste, but you can still make it work because you can use it off of the cap first before going into the jar. So before I purchased this highlighter, I did some research and see what I should expect on this highlighter. So this is a jelly highlighter that applies like a gel and set like a powder, and this leaving a skin with a wet and satin finish. If you guys like a highlighter that makes you look like a wet looking, this might be a highlighter for you. So moving on, this highlighter, it gives you a creamy glow without a slip and slide, like a typical liquid and cream highlighter does to your face. And this formula concentrates buildable and pigmentation, and there are so many ways of using this highlighter. You can use it as its own as a highlighter on the high point of your cheeks and on your face. Also, you can mix it with moisturizer or cream for all over your face and body shimmer. And also you can use this as a customize your favorite lip shades and use it as an eyeshadow for a monochromatic shimmer style. So there are so many ways that you can use this all over your face, your eye, your cheek, or body shimmer. So this product, it sounds like something that is very interesting. You can use it all over your face and your body. So let's get started and play with this product. So before I apply this highlighter on my face, I'm gonna show you guys the swatches and what it looks like by itself. So I only take a very small amount, and I'm just gonna swatch it for you guys at the back of my hand, like on the swatch. And I feel like this color is very universal because it could match different color of skin tone. It's just a really nice champagne color. Now I'm just gonna work it on the high points of my cheeks. I'm just gonna start with a little and dab it all over the face. So I want to say it does dries down very quick, and it does dries down like a very matte finish, or like a powder finish I should say, but it's looking very nice. But I see a little bit patchy here. I don't know, is that because I'm using my finger or it doesn't blend well? So I'm just gonna go in with my damp sponge on the clean side and just gonna work this out. This side of my face is done, and I feel like it does give you a wet finish looking, not very intense. I would say it's just a very subtle, but you can tell you have highlighter on your face kind of finish. And I would say using my fingertips to blend this foundation, it does have a little patchy look and it doesn't blend well with my foundation. So I would say using with the damp sponge would be a little bit easier on the final step. Before you use this, you use your finger and then you use your damp sponge for the final touch to kind of blend it out naturally. I have to say I really like this highlighter that it dries down very quickly, like a powder finish. It doesn't dry down like a liquid finish that you can feel it on your face. And I feel like once it dries down, it doesn't move around, which is a good thing. And I heard a lot of people on the review saying that this highlighter, it moves their foundation around. And I don't see that happens in my case because I just dab it on my high points of my cheeks very lightly, gentle. So now this is one side with a highlighter on and this side with no highlighter. So here I want to compare two highlighter and see which one do I like it more on the different price. So this is the Wet n Wild Halo liquid highlighter. So this is what it looks like. I got in the shade Glide Glow. And obviously I don't think these two colors would match, but let's see on the swatches. This is what the applicator on the Wet n Wild, it comes with a Dovet applicator. So this is the Wet n Wild and this is the FARSÁLI highlighter. I would say the bottom one has more on a gold finish, the upper one has a more pink finish on it. On the texture I can tell right away it feels very oily and it does looks like it moves around. And this one, it just set down like a powder finish and when you smudge it, it doesn't really move around. So this is the difference of the formula. So I'm just gonna dab this on the other side of my cheekbone and see how it looks. Again, I'm gonna start with little by little and using my finger. This is intense, guys. Intense that you can see you have highlighter on your face and it does reflect more on the lighting, and I feel like it just blends very nicely because of the texture on its own. It's like a little oily kind of finish. This is what it looks like on its own, and comparing on the FARSÁLI side, I know they're both in different color, but then on the texture wise, this feels like a powder finish. It doesn't blend very easily, but on this side it just blends easily and seamlessly and it's easier to work with. Now I'm just gonna apply it more and see if this would layer well on top of another highlighter. It's very easy to blend, it's blendable and it's buildable. So I'm liking how it feels on my face and I'm liking how it blends with my finger. I don't have to go with my damp sponge. And for this side, I feel like it's not as easy to blend. It kind of blends as blotchy because it dries down very fast as a powder finish and it's not very settled. It's like separate my foundation and my highlighter. I'm not saying that they separate my foundation, but I'm saying it doesn't blend well in with my foundation and it doesn't look as natural as the Wet n Wild side. If I look it in a person, I don't know what the camera catches the lighting and how it looks on my face, but in person I feel like I'm liking this more. It doesn't exaggerate my pores, it just smooths out my skin, blending my foundation very nicely. But as color wise, I do like both color. This one is more on my taste and this one is more on the bronzy looking. It works well in summer. This would be something that I would wear in winter time. So here I'm just gonna give you a close-up look on the Wet n Wild. And I'm just gonna give you a close-up look on the FARSÁLI side. So now come to our final thoughts on this highlighter, and I have wrote down a bunch of notes, so I'm gonna look down and talk to you guys. And first of all, this is a very odd looking of highlighter, the jelly highlighter with a slime finish. It's something that is very interesting and fun to try on. Also, with the amount of the product, it seems very generous because considering how little you just need to apply on the high point of your cheeks and mix it with your foundation. So 0.5 is enough and it will last very long. A lot of you might be wondering if this highlighter will be easy to blend and is it beautiful, does it set well? And I would say this is not something that you're in a hurry, you want to use this highlighter, because you do have to take some time and blend it out with your finger and also with a damp sponge. And I would say it's not easy to blend because it dries down very fast as a powder, and once it dries down it's hard to move around. And I don't think this highlighter would be buildable easily because it does look a little patchy once you build it too much. And as far as setting, I would say this does set very well, and I would say this is some highlighter it would be good for summer hot day because it does dry down powder, and once it dries down it doesn't move around. So this is something that you might want to look into in their seasonal time. And again, I do hear a lot of people saying this highlighter does move their foundation around, but I don't have that issues because I do blend it with my finger very gently and just little by little just dab it on. You don't want to just rub it on your face because that really would remove your makeup. For oily skin girl, if you get very oily during the day, I think this is for you because it doesn't move around, so you might be considering on putting this highlighter if you have oily skin. So now let's get to the price tag on $40 on a highlighter. I think it's a little bit steep because it doesn't really easy to travel around with the packaging. I know it does look nice in your vanity, but is it something that you won't be able to travel with because it will look very messy. It has a slime kind of texture and finish on it. For the $40 price, I feel like a lot of high-end brand does have a better texture and finish on this highlighter, and this is just something that is more fun to work with and it's a very good experience. Although this is very fun to work with and this is not something that is in the market with the slime finish of highlighter, and I feel like there's a lot cheaper highlighter that does a better job on this. I do have to give a big thumbs up on this highlighter. It does dry down like a powder finish. It doesn't move around. So if you guys are looking for some highlighter, it doesn't move or smudge on your face, you might be looking into this highlighter and might be for you. So I'll say if you have money to splurge on a highlighter and you want to try out how the texture, the finish, and have fun with this highlighter, you might go for it. But if not, I would say I highly recommend this Wet n Wild Hello highlighter, liquid highlighter, and this only costs you $5.99, and it also comes in 0.5 fluid ounce. It has an applicator and it does work very nice, beautiful, and it does blend it into my foundation. It doesn't have like a huge big stripe on my high points of the cheeks, so this might be something that you want to try on with the cheaper price. And I purchased this in the shade Glide Glow, and I don't think this would be travel friendly as well because it has a bottle finish, a glass bottle finish, so you might have to be aware and with some nice packaging on top with it. And I'm liking this highlighter now. It looks very natural. It looks like you have highlighter on your face, and I'm liking how blendable and beautiful it is. Okay guys, so that is all my review and thoughts on this FARSÁLI Jelly Bean highlighter, and I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you guys do like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!